Hello, Cancer. This is your New Year reading for 2020. I already have the cards shuffled, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the deck, and then we will see what 2020 has in store for Cancer. First off, let's go ahead and see what the overall theme of 2019 was for Cancer. So 2019 was not the best year for Cancer. Some of you experienced some sort of financial loss. Maybe you experienced a loss of a job, or you just really struggled when it came toward money and finances. Maybe you experienced a lot of debt that really held you back in 2019. Some of you also lacked some mindset and some goals in 2019 and weren't quite sure how to navigate some of those things. Some of you also experienced a lot of isolation and worry in 2019. So 2019 doesn't seem like it was the best year for a lot of you Cancer. But let's see what you guys will need to focus on in 2020. The reversed 8 of Swords. This is indicating that one of the things that you're going to need to focus on is your self-limiting beliefs. You're going to have to work through some of that negative thinking that you have, releasing those negative thoughts, and just really focus on being more positive. Those limiting self-beliefs are going to prevent you from moving forward, and you definitely don't want to get stuck in that same theme that 2019 was for you. So you're just going to really need to focus on your thoughts and, being less of a critic of yourself. These things are really trapping you and preventing you from moving forward. You're gonna just really, focus on doing some meditation and putting some positive thoughts and energy out into the world, so those things can manifest themselves, and just, let go of all that negativity and those self-limiting beliefs that you've been carrying in 2020. Let's see what the biggest obstacle that Cancer is going to face in 2020. The 5 of Cups. This is indicating that your biggest obstacle is going to be, some sort of regret that you feel, some sort of failure that you experienced in the past, just holding on to that disappointment, and once again that pessimism. That's going to be your biggest obstacle that's going to prevent you from moving forward on your path in 2020. You're going to have to learn how to let go those feelings of regret and disappointment, and not wallow in your self-pity. You're going to have to focus on, letting those feelings go and moving forward. Otherwise, this is going to be a huge thing, a huge obstacle that's going to prevent you from experiencing success in 2020. So let's see how you can tackle this obstacle. The 8 of Wands. This is indicating that you are going to be experiencing a time of rapid change in 2020, and it's going to be encouraging you to really just go with the flow and don't resist it. It's going to be, everything's going to be moving at a fast pace, and you're going to want to make the most of this momentum to manifest your goals and dreams. So just really allowing the energy of the universe to flow through you and propel you closer to your goal. So you're really going to want to, let go all of that pessimism and start focusing on the positive things and just be really laser focused with your intentions and your actions, and determining what you want to manifest, and then just kind of aligning all your resources and energies to focus on that goal. And that's really going to help propel yourself forward. Let's see what your career and financial outlook is going to be for 2020. The reverse Knight of Wands. This is indicating that a lot of you are going to spend some time actively pursuing a personal passion. This may be some sort of hobby or project, or a new career path. You're going to experience just this fire and energy that's being lit inside of you, and you're going to do everything in your power to move that thing that you're passionate about forward. It's going to be something that becomes very successful for you. Some of you are also going to be experiencing a buildup of energy, but you're not quite sure how to channel it into the world, especially when it comes to your career or your finances. So you're just going to experience some creative restlessness, and that's just going to be something that you're going to have to work through in 2020 when it comes to your career and finances, and being able to move past that to experience some success. Next, let's look at your love outlook. The Hermit. This is letting Cancer know that you're going to spend more time doing some soul searching, some self-introspection in 2020, instead of focusing on your relationships with others. You're going to spend more time being alone, and just really working on yourself in 2020. This can indicate that some of you might experience some sort of break in a relationship, and it's going to be what's best for yourself and your personal growth. So you're definitely going to focus more on your relationship with yourself and doing some self-care in 2020 instead of those relationships with others. Let's see what your spiritual outlook is going to look like for 2020. The Ten of Pentacles. This is indicating that Cancer is going to have a lot of success when it comes to their spiritual journey. They're going to experience a lot of growth in their spirituality and just moving along on their spiritual path. You may, hit some milestones or some stepping stones with that. But just a lot of abundance and happiness when it comes to your spirituality in 2020. Let's see what January through March is going to look like. The Four of Wands. This is indicating that you're going to have some reasons to celebrate in January through March. Maybe you're celebrating some sort of success of your own or a success of friends. Maybe this is a celebration within your relationship, like an engagement, a wedding, an anniversary, things like that. Definitely something to celebrate in that January through March period. You're going to find some joy and harmony in your life during this period. You're going to spend more time relaxing, and there may be some sort of homecoming in January through March. So maybe a loved one is coming home, from overseas. If you have someone in the military or something, they may be coming home during this time period. But just definitely something that you're going to have a reason to celebrate in January through March. Let's see how April through June is going to look. The reverse King of Pentacles. This is letting you know that April through June is going to be a time that you're going to want to look at your relationship with money. and wealth and more of those materialistic things. You're going to want to do some self-introspection when it comes to those things. Maybe you're not managing your money in a way that's going to be best for you. Maybe you're experiencing an increase of money at that time, but as soon as that money is in your account, you're spending it way too quickly. So that April through June time is definitely going to be a time that you're going to want to look at how you're spending your money and your relationship with money, and make sure you're doing what's best for you and your family. This can also indicate that maybe you need to look at your relationship with your job. Maybe you are over investing in your job, you're working too much, you've become a workaholic. Maybe you're not working enough towards your goals, but just really doing some time to look at your career and how you're bringing in money and how you're spending money. You're going to want to do some reflecting on that to see if it's what serves you best during that April through June period. Let's see how July through September is looking. The reverse 10 of Swords. This is indicating that you're kind of combating some sort of inevitable change or an ending. Maybe you're not ready to face what's happening, but you need to know that the more that you resist this change, the more that the situation is going to continue to drag on. So it's just kind of going to be a time that you need to really rip off that bandage, however painful it might be, and really just get it over with so you can start fresh. And just really trust that everything is happening for a reason, even though it may be difficult, to really understand why it's happening and why you're going through it. Just know that it's leading, to your personal growth. It's going to be what's best for you in the long term. This can also indicate that some of you may be still carrying some wounds from a past situation. Maybe you buried them deeply so, and you're not realizing that they're still present. But these old, pains need to be dealt with once and for all. So it's just really encouraging you through that July through September period to reevaluate some things in your life, some things that are not serving you. Quit dwelling on some of the painful things and move forward with that change that is presenting itself to you. Let's see how October through December is going to look. The Temperance card. This is indicating that October through December, you're going to start to experience more balance in your life. You're going to need to have some patience and to really focus on moderation in your life. So during this time period, you're being invited to, stabilize your energy and just allow it to, flow through you and not resist it. So this is going to be a time period of just kind of recovering and, getting your life back from some of that change that you experienced in July through September. You're going to start to recover from that and, find the balance once again. All right, let's see what the overview of 2020 is going to be for you guys. The 8 of Cups. So this is indicating that 2020 is just going to be a good time to walk away from those things that are not serving you and serving your greatest good. It's time to, cut ties with some of those things, getting out of relationships or jobs that are unfulfilling, and moving you past those things and focusing more on things that bring more happiness to you in your life and helps you move on your path and helps you accomplish more of your dreams and goals. So it's definitely going to be a great year for you to move past a lot of that negativity that you may have experienced in 2019, and, you know, finding more joy and happiness in your life. All right, Cancer, I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Tell me below in the comments what you're most looking forward to in 2020. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm sending you all love and light your way. And I will see you next time.